Hi, it's Veronica with the Crafty Oasis. Today I'm going to show you how to make a mileage form in Google Forms that's attached to a sheet so that you can track your mileage on your phone for your business. So stay tuned. Okay, we're going to open up our Google Drive. Once we're in there, we'll click on New. We'll go down to Google Forms, and I always go with blank form. I like to just create from scratch. So if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I really utilize Google Forms a lot, and I also will utilize a QR code for this video. I love QR codes. So I'm going to go ahead, first and foremost, change the very top line to mileage form. What this does is when I click off of that field and I click anywhere else, it'll automatically update the title of the form. So when I'm looking through Drive, it matches that, and then also it'll pull that data to create a spreadsheet when I'm ready for that step to link it. So I just write a message to remind myself to track the mileage with every trip, and then I create short answer questions. So the short answer questions that I put in this form are beginning mileage, ending mileage, destination, and total mileage. And I toggle all of these on so that they're required, because otherwise what's the point of trying to track your mileage? It just also reminds you and forces you to be like aware in the moment of, oh yeah, I need to actually record this. And it's just really helpful each trip that you take. I'm going to customize the theme. So if you click on the palette in the center left, you can change the colors, you can change the font styles, the font size, color for each input box. So you can have a different font for the heading, you can have colors to match your branding, you can even insert an email header at the top of the form, which I will in just a moment. But it really just allows you to have that brand consistency. Okay, so to add the email header, you go to add image and then upload, choose or select, look for your picture. That doesn't show it in this video. It looks like I'm just hovering over the form because I use the native Microsoft screen recording, and so it doesn't capture the desktop. But I assure you that I am adding it. See, there it is. So you can crop it to your liking. If you sized it for email heading, it should be pretty accurate. Next, we're going to go over to responses, and we'll click link to sheets. This automatically will generate one that matches the title of your form, and you can click create, or you can link it to a different sheet. So you'll see that it automatically has this purple across like A through E. You can click on the drop down for form responses and delete the formatting. I don't like that. I like to change colors myself, so I change the color fill. On each one of these, I like to do a pastel or faded rainbow. You can change them however you like. Some of them, not necessarily on this form, but sometimes you might have to stretch out one of the columns. So if you do have to do that, you just grab in between, say like D and E, you'd have a double-sided arrow and you just stretch it to the size that you need. I do stretch it usually on, like, if it's a CRM spreadsheet, like for names or for notes, I'll stretch the column out, but that's up to you. And once you have it to your liking, then you can go ahead and close that spreadsheet and we'll go back to the form. Next, we'll go to settings at the top, and I just go through and click on each drop down. So we'll go to responses. I generally allow responses, editing after responses. I do not require the email. I have a confirmation message, and it'll usually just say something to the effect of, "Yay, you tracked your mileage. Great job," or something like that, because the mileage form is something that only I see. If I ever have a team, my team may see it, but for the most part, it's just me. So if it's just you as well, make sure it's encouraging, or it could even be cheeky. I do have show progress, and I also have the link for form submissions. So once I have my settings all how I like them, I'm going to go ahead and go to the share. Make sure that the link sharing options are how you like, then click publish. That way anyone with link can fill out the form. Then we're going to click on the eyeball, and this will allow us to preview. So you'll just see what you will see when you're actually inputting the mileage. So you can close that out. Next, we're going to click on the link, and we're going to shorten that and then copy, and we're going to go to barcodesinc.com and their free QR code generator, which is at the bottom, and then you just paste the link for your mileage form, and it'll click create QR code, and then you can save that to your device. I always crop it once it's saved, and that way I have the QR code. Once the QR code is saved to my device, I mark it up and title it mileage form, so I'm not looking at it wondering what the heck is this QR code. And it doesn't show that because I'm screen recording on Microsoft Windows, but I just wanted to let you know, and then I upload it to my Google Drive and send it to myself to check. Now I'm testing the QR code, so I'm showing the screen recording of scanning it with my phone and inputting a test destination. So I always send this to myself just to test it out because of human error. Sometimes things don't connect, or you didn't set it up properly, or it even helps you find typos and grammatical errors. So if this helped you, please save and share, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.